you may remember that last year we fitted the garden room from the Insulated Panel Store, and part of that kit is roof panels, which you can now buy separately. And today, Sam is going to use those roof panels on his workshop here. We're lucky that we've got really nice weather. You can fit these when it's raining, but don't fit them, whatever you do, when it's really windy, because that's going to be way too tricky. So Sam, are you ready to get these fitted?
Let's get them done, Dylan.
It's not too heavy actually, is it?
You all right, Dylan?
Yep, I'm fine. They look heavier than they are.
This is slightly different because we've got a roof already on it. Oh, it's hot, isn't it, Dylan?
It's like working on a griddle.
Don't fall off the edge. Sticks well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good stuff. The next step is to get the panels on. So do you want to cut the panels?
Yeah, I want to cut them all. It's about 9 feet and allowing an overhang, which I want to achieve because when I finish this, I'm going to clad around the outside. So that just gives me the right overhang to allow for the cladding. So we're going to mark them out to 9 feet off the drip piece there, flip them over, cut the underside, and then we'll saw through the insulation. Yeah, okay. And then I think we'll bring them all up, because we don't know if this roof is square, because it was already here. Yeah. There's no telling, so we may have to just so give them a little bit of jiggery pokery to get them where we need them. Yeah, okay. So the most important thing is getting the first one set right. So I think the only way to do that is if we get a few in, and then we'll give them a twist or a turn.
I'll take that off of you, because I've just noticed that we've only got one here. When we got up here, I thought I was going to see the reason why you'd want to cover this roof up. What's the deal?
Well, you can see the roof, it's a rubber roof that was installed 5 years ago. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Love this roof. But the problem is, in the summer, because it's black, all the heat just permeates through, and it's like a sweatbox in there. Right, okay. So, and it's got no insulation. I can't get it underneath because it's not very tall. Yeah. So this solution of the insulation being up here is perfect, because it should keep it cool in the summer and warmer in the winter. That's
right, and you've got a belt and braces approach to waterproofing then, haven't you?
Well, yeah. Obviously this is designed to go on purlins top and bottom, but we've got fixings all the way through. There's rails all the way through that we can pick up. So yeah, that's my reason. So we gain insulation and it will keep it cool in the summer. Right, the next step is to put this prem seal around the perimeter. And don't be shy.
Ah, satisfying, look at that.
This is what would be, obviously we've got ply in there, but this is what would be inside. Yeah. Beautiful finish, isn't it? Yeah. I've bought a metal blade for this circular saw, and essentially this is an old piece of flooring with a lovely true bit of batten. We've got 2 marks, and then that will just cut along. Obviously you could just eyeball it through, but because it undulates, because of the ribs in it, you just wouldn't get a good, but this is the way I like to do it. So, and when you're doing this, you have got to wear at least specs. But I did it this morning, just on a test piece, and found that I needed a visor. That's where I'm wearing a visor, because you get all the little shards, and they're quite hot when they flick at your face. So this is a good bit of face protection. Well, I'm actually thinking, Dylan, I should cut through the thinner side first, because I noticed when we flipped this over last time, it's a little bit wobbly. So this has got more reinforcing in this side. So if I cut through the back side first on the next one.
It's lovely.
It's the money shot, wasn't it?
Oh, look at that.
I've got the bottom, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
That's all right, we'll spin it. I would like to form a little bit of a canopy over the front, so I'm hoping to get that crown near the edge.
It's a good job that they are as light as they are, because it makes it easy to get into position.
Right, when you're setting up your first one, it is really important to have a look at the roof, make sure it's square. This is an old roof and it's not particularly square. But what we've done, we've sort of split the difference and spent time getting this set up exactly where we need it, so we don't run into difficulty, because once we start, there's not much you can do to iron out any creases other than trim bits off of them. So spend your time getting the first one set up exactly where you need it.
So you just look very pleased. Yeah, everything's going swimming.
We screw in, that's the crown.
Yeah.
We screw into that where we can pick up a thing, but don't screw into that one because it will leave a screw head and that one won't overlap. Okay.
Oh, this way a little bit. There we go. Okay.
Oh my God, that is magnificent.
That is the real joy.
I know Roger and Abe had sleeves on,
Yeah.
but there's no way I'm wearing a jumper in this.
So it's worth noting here that we've already done one of these installations and we are familiar with the dangers of it, and we do recommend, if you can, to wear a long sleeve while doing this, because it does have some sharp edges. It is absolutely baking today. We feel confident that we can just handle this with the gloves and make sure that nobody gets injured. Right, and this way a little bit. There we go.
How's that?
That's nice. Right, mind the... That's nice, just that back a little bit. There.
Okay.
You happy?
Yes.
It's too easy. He is farm fit.
Before you start your job, establish which ones are for your left and which ones are for your right, because they are sided and it's quite important to get them on the right side, otherwise they won't interlock. So here you can see that's your right side, this is the left, and now they're all going in sequence.
Hang on. There we go.
I'll hold it. Well, I locate it because obviously we've got enough room there. I hold the bottom of the screw and that's it. So we'll take the string line. Right, so when you fit these panels, you really need at least 30mm fixing into something solid. Here, we've got 18mm of plywood and these 2x2s here. So I'm gonna aim to put a screw in each end, take some careful measurements, and then run a string line on the top of the roof, and then we've got a clear, good fixing all the way through. So we've found the location of the battens that run underneath the roof there, and we've transferred the marks round and we've spiked a screw in either end, and we've run a string line, so I'm confident now that we'll just put them straight in and they'll pick up the batten. Okay, if we take the string line off, right, we're now going to use these little stitching screws every 450mm to join every panel together. So you don't want to be putting them in where there's nothing, only where the panels intersect. What we've done, we laid out all of the panels dry because this building is so out of square you wouldn't believe. So what we wanted to do is get everything in place and established before we fixed anything. The thing I love about these panels is once you've established the position of the first one and spent time getting it right, all of the other ones just drop in beautifully well. So I've got these ridge boards up here now, so I've just slid them back off my line. I've marked the positions and we're going to install this ridge foam filler. Look at that, it just goes in, exact profile, all of these marks, all of that, so they're just scribed in beautifully well. So we're going to set it in with the prem seal. So we just need a bead. And this is just to stop any wind-blown rain to get up there, or any little animals that might want to sort of get under the ridge board.
Here.
When you come to fit your perimeter flashing, which is this piece here, if you're in the unfortunate circumstance where you've trimmed all your roof in and you've cut your crown on, this Z flashing is provided, which is like a little upstand that will be stitched on with the little screws here and gives you the height. So when that comes onto here, it marries up beautifully well, and then you can put your screws in. This stuff cuts so easily. I'm just going to cut this little, the front section, but again with a circular saw with a metal blade. When fitting this eaves trim, it's important to leave it 20mm away from the roof sheet just to allow the water to drain away. So, I am standing in the middle of this panel and you can see there's I am happy. I reckon we could have a barn dance up here. That's how strong it is. Let's come together, Abe.
Yeah, go on then.
Right in the middle. Look how strong this thing is. It's incredible. But there's one thing, I mean, it's got really windy now, so I'd never fit this in the wind, because if these aren't properly secured, this could act like a sail and just take off, and it could be dangerous, so never fit it in the wind. So we just got the roof done in time. The weather's changed, it's got really windy, but it's all screwed down, and there's one little last piece to do. So if you walk with me, and we'll go and fix that on. So this little bit of flashing is just a piece for the corner. It just fits on just like that. And I'm just gonna put a good bead of sealant on there. Keeping it away from the edges so it doesn't splurge out. This is CT1, by the way. And we can simply squidge that into place. It just finishes that corner detail off. So this job's all finished now. We've installed all the various trims that we've done. This piece up here, Dylan, can you just see that? That's just a closure piece that closes off the edge of the insulation to stop any rodents going in there. And then eventually this will have some cladding, so all this will be removed. I would always advise you to have someone to help you. Although the panels can be managed by one man, it's always good to have someone on the other end just to help position. It's easily achievable in a day. I mean, this is a fairly big roof. It's been quite a pleasure to fit this.